champions, I hope you're all fantastic. Today we have 3 old school rack units on the bench. Well, it's actually a rack case on its side, but it's a bench. Korg A3, Lexicon MPX1, and the Roland DEP5, also known as the Roland Derps. And what I want to do in this video is very much the antithesis of every other rack-based video I've ever done. I'm plugging my guitar straight into the A3 and running it into the MPX1 and running it into the DEP5 in mono, going in mono to an amp model in my Axe FX3. So this is the core clean sound. It is just a totally vanilla clean. There is a touch of room reverb on there in post just to give it a little bit of sparkle. But the point of this is that, you know, these old rack units, you can get them really cheap. If you're not into pitch detune, if you're not into that like plastic 80s sound, if you're not into the stuff I'm into, which is like kind of really smooth, silky, high gain lead guitar with, you know, gorgeous panning delays, I like that stuff. I understand I'm not everybody. What if you just want to make weird sounds and instead of, you know, spending like $400 on the latest cool boutique pedal, you want to spend like $100 on a Roland Derps or $200 on an MPX1. The A3 is probably the odd duck here. There's the association with the Edge, so they tend to go for a little bit more than they're probably worth. But let's just see what sort of weird sounds we can get out of this. I'm going to start with the Derps. I'm going to use the non-linear reverb mode. I'm going to bring the effects mix up to 50%. This unit's pretty cool because you can EQ the reverb and you can also control the amount of pre-delay and the time on this non-lin verb. Check this out. I like that a lot. I'm going to bring the actual decay time down a bit and I'm going to brighten this up. So I'll bring the high up, I'll bring the low down on that one. Let's try that. That's kind of cool. Maybe I want a little bit more reverb time in there and maybe I actually want a little less pre-delay and I'm actually going to add, I'm going to bring the non-lin time here. Let's do that. That is like a really weird diffuse slapback. If I turn this gate time up a little bit, that's what I want. So that's 500, 600 milliseconds on the gate right there. Next, well, let's turn this mix down. We're gonna add this crazy patch from the MPX1. This unit was sent to me by a subscriber. It's got a bunch of their presets in there. I don't even know what this is meant to do, but it's using the modulation, the chorus, the delay, and the reverb in there. I think the reverb's on a hall. There's like a tremolo and a delay in there as well. It does this. Very interesting. And then the A3 I've got on the kind of famous patch 76 as used by the Edge. We have this auto wah on that. And thank you to my buddy and patron and all-around legend Brian Hook for sending me this unit. I'd never heard of it and it's got to be one of my favorite rack units for this stuff, just the weird sounds. Like, let's put a flanger on top of that. And then let's hear the distortion from this unit. That's suitably disgusting. Let's add that non-lin verb from the Derps. And then let's add this patch from the MPX1. This is going to be crazy. That's getting pretty weird there. I've changed over to this factory preset, Aerosol, on the MPX1. It's a really cool kind of like flanger chorus with an envelope tied to several parameters. So that's really cool. I'm going to combine that with a delay from the Korg. And let's do this. Let's bring in a different preset from the Derps. I'll never get sick of calling it the Derps at all. I'm going to bring this up to 50%. I might try it at 100% as well. Let's unleash sonic mayhem now. I'm taking the other output from the Derps and I'm feeding it back into the MPX1, so I've created a feedback loop and I just have to change the setting here. Oh god, this is going to be bad. Some utter stupidity just to do something different with some rack units. Have you ever tried this? Do you have a bunch of old rack units that you use for, I guess, the non-orthodox suggested way of using them? Like, do you have an old Eventide that instead of using for detune, you just use as a feedback machine like this? Or do you use something like the Korg A3 for something like the envelope filter, which is kind of got its own thing going on. It's a little bit hard to recreate with other devices exactly the way it is in here. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day.